The Tasmanian Liberals have unveiled a bold new policy aimed at tackling rising insurance costs across the state. Premier Jeremy Rockliff stood before reporters wearing a jacket emblazoned with the TasInsure logo, making it clear this was a major campaign announcement. If re-elected at this month's state election, the Liberals plan to establish a state-owned insurance company called TasInsure. The new company would be built by expanding the existing Motor Accidents Insurance Board (MAIB), a government body already operating in Tasmania. Premier Rockliff described the plan as the party's most significant election commitment so far. He didn't mince words when discussing the problem Tasmanians currently face. Insurance premiums increased by some 35% in the last 2 years alone, Mr. Rockliff said. He called the jump in prices extraordinary and highlighted the financial burden it places on Tasmanian families and businesses. "We need cheaper, fairer and our own insurance company here in Tasmania," he declared. The Premier placed blame on the national insurance market, saying it has failed the people of Tasmania. Pointing to industry profits, Mr. Rockliff noted that insurance companies made $6 billion in profits last year alone. He said Tasmanians should not be forced to pay high premiums that subsidise mainland disasters and corporate profits. According to the Liberal Party's estimates, the average Tasmanian household could save around $250 annually on insurance premiums with TasInsure. For small businesses, the Liberals are promising a 20% reduction in insurance costs. Mr. Rockliff emphasised that any profits made by TasInsure would not leave the state. Any profits that will be made by TasInsure will be reinvested to ensure that we keep premiums low in Tasmania, he said. The Premier pointed out that Tasmanians often bear the cost of disasters that happen elsewhere in Australia. "Every time there is a major flood, a bushfire, Tasmanians pay for that," he said, underlining the unfairness he sees in the current system. TasInsure would provide a broad range of insurance products not currently covered by MAIB. That includes home insurance, contents insurance, small business coverage, regional insurance products, and even policies for community groups and events. The Premier said this would deliver choice, competition, and ultimately, better value for Tasmanian consumers. Supporters of the plan believe it will reshape the insurance landscape across the state. Michael Bailey, Chief Executive of the Tasmanian Chamber of Commerce and Industry (TCCI), called the proposal game-changing. He pointed to long-standing concerns about market failure in the insurance industry, especially for Tasmania. "We know there has been a market failure in the insurance industry," Mr. Bailey said. He explained that disasters on the mainland of Australia have had a direct and unfair impact on premiums for Tasmanians. "When there's massive disasters on the mainland, that throws the premiums out right across the nation," he said. "So Tasmania's caught up in what is an unusual situation," Mr. Bailey added. The Tasmanian Liberals argue that a state-owned solution like TasInsure is both necessary and overdue. They say the initiative will deliver real cost of living relief for families doing it tough. Regional communities, often hit hardest by rising insurance premiums, are expected to benefit significantly. Small business owners, too, are being promised a much-needed break on operational costs. The plan also reflects a growing political trend toward state-based solutions for economic pressures. Mr. Rockliff highlighted the need for Tasmania to take control of its own economic destiny in key sectors like insurance. The announcement has sparked widespread discussion among voters, business leaders, and consumer advocacy groups. Some have applauded the Liberals for addressing a real and pressing problem head-on. Others, including political opponents, are questioning the feasibility and long-term costs of setting up and running TasInsure. Critics are asking how much taxpayers will need to invest upfront to make the company viable. Questions have also been raised about regulatory hurdles and competition laws that could impact the rollout. Insurance industry representatives on the mainland have yet to issue a formal response to the TasInsure proposal. However, consumer groups have long called for more competition and better protections for Tasmanian customers. Economic analysts say the move is politically strategic, tapping into voter frustration over skyrocketing premiums. With the state election looming, the timing of the announcement is unlikely to be accidental. Mr. Rockliff's appearance in a branded TasInsure jacket was a clear signal of how central this policy is to the Liberals' campaign. The Premier described the plan as a Tasmanian solution for Tasmanian families. He said too often, local needs are overlooked in national markets dominated by mainland-based corporations. Voters across Tasmania are now weighing up this bold promise as they prepare to head to the polls. The coming weeks will reveal how the electorate responds to the idea of a state-owned insurer. For now, the debate continues, and the question remains whether TasInsure will become a reality after Election Day.